Hi, this is Chanel. Hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about the beauty in differences and contrasts. Okay, contrast means just something different or opposite. Okay, so the beauty and contrast. I'm gonna give you first a visual of what I'm talking about, and then I'll go deeper into the conversation. Okay, so if you can see, you probably can't see too well behind me, but if you can see, there's a mirror behind me. I'm in my room. Okay, I'm in a room, and the room is, I've painted my wall. When I first moved in here, I painted my walls black. Now you can't see all of them because I have 3 walls that I painted black, and then I also have one wall. So from ceiling, from the back of the ceiling all the way down to this one wall that's white or ivory. Okay, and so I have 3 black walls, and then one wall or ceiling to wall or ceiling to one wall is ivory. Okay, and so the colors contrast. Okay, now I'm going to talk about mindsets. All right. First, I'm going to say this: there have been people that I've talked to. I love to decorate. Okay, I'm very creative, and so and I, before I even started decorating this room, I visualized what I wanted. I knew exactly what I wanted before I even went to stores or went to hardware stores to start getting what I wanted. Okay, so before I started getting furniture and wall decor or anything, paint, anything else, I saw it here first. Okay, and so I've had conversations with people about painting my walls black. Oh, I'm painting my room, painting it black. Okay, now people have 2 different mindsets. Okay, there are some people who I've said, okay, I'm painting the walls, painting the room walls black, and there's automatically a negative response to that. Okay, so negative response, your walls are black, what are you into? Okay, and then there have been other people where I've said, my room is, I painted, my bedroom black, and they're interested. Oh, well, that sounds pretty. Can you, or can you describe it? Or, after it was completed, I've shown pictures. But again, there are 2 different mindsets. Some automatically go to negativity, okay, or judgment and negativity and thinking, oh, well, that must mean, maybe you're into something, dark or something if your walls are black, and other ones think, okay, well, that, that they have a completely different mindset. Okay, that sounds pretty. That sounds interesting, and I'm in this room now, and so if you can see the contrast, okay, I've got walls that are, again, ivory and some that are black. Okay, contrast. Again, I knew what I wanted before I designed it. Okay, and I see the beauty in the contrasting colors. Okay, the white against black, I thought, I think, are beautiful against one another. Okay, on every, and just to describe, this room, on every single wall, I have contrasting colors. So the walls where, on the 3 walls that are black, I have contrasting colors. So everything on that wall is white. Okay, so I've got a black wall, so I've got a huge white mirror, and I've got a big white curtain, or it's really off-white, but white curtain big white mirror, okay, stand up, floor lamps with crystals and that are ivory up against the black, okay. Just other decor up against the black, that's white, okay. The white against the black, the contrast, to me, are beautiful together, okay. And then, so like I said, that's, so everything on these walls contrast. On the white walls, I've got, if you can kind of see, you don't see everything, but on the off-white walls, I've got the black decor. I've got the black curtain, but then in front of the black curtain, I've got the off-white furniture in front of it, okay. And so and another thing I'm into is flowers, okay. So flowers, the crystal, I don't know if you can kind of see it behind me, okay. So that brings everything together, okay. So again, beauty and contrasting, and differences, okay. White and black are completely different, right? But when you put the two together and you add more, you add additional beauty to it, it creates, again, a beautiful thing together, okay. Now, if I would have had, painted all my walls black and everything in here was black, okay, all the furniture, all the decor, everything in here was just dark and gloomy looking, then yeah, it would be, it would give a different feel for this atmosphere, okay. However, like I said, just bringing more what I feel are beautiful elements to these contrasts make it beautiful, okay. Now I'm going to talk about minds again. Second point on mindsets. There are people who feel like contrasts are bad, okay. Some people only see the beauty in everything being the same, okay. However, when you have differences and you can come together, bring these differences together respectfully and in a beautiful way, you shouldn't see it as something you shouldn't see it as a negative thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I said, the problem is, just like I was explaining, the reactions that I have gotten when I've talked about, or when I've talked to people about the decor in this room and my and my in the colors that I've used. Like I said, I have gotten different responses. Some is black, black walls, and other ones are, but that sounds pretty, or tell me more, or show, can you show me? Oh yeah, that's that sounds nice. I want you to think about the way you see differences, okay? Again, I would encourage you to not see differences as a bad thing. Differences are beautiful. Differences can be beautiful when you bring them together in a respectful way, even as people, okay? In this society, we're all different. I've done videos. I don't know if I've reposted them because I deleted a lot of videos. But if we can see differences, and if we can see the beauty in differences and respect differences, okay, and not have such a negative, and first let me say this, that I talked about, I've talked about the negativity in or just having a negative viewpoint on differences, okay. A lot of times that is because either someone has told you something negative, okay, maybe what you think, and a lot of what most people think is what's been put in their ear, okay. A lot of times it's, if you think negatively about something, I bet you now there are times when, obviously, we have our own experiences as well. However, I've noticed that a lot of what people think is what they've been told, okay. And if somebody's telling you something, it doesn't mean it's a fact, okay. And so instead of just having negative assumptions about things that you are not aware of, and just like I said, just being just being so quick to try to point out or create a negative thought about something that you don't, it could be something or someone that you don't know. Instead, stop and try to learn first, okay. Get more information before you just be so negative about something so quickly, okay. Also, like I said, there's just beauty in differences, okay. Everything does not have to look the same, all right. And so thank you for watching this video. This is just a quick thought. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and feel free to write any comments and like. Thank you again. Bye.